What's up, guys? Let me know when you're in the chat so I know if I got this all turned on right. Real curious to see if this is going live. Yes, it is live. So let me welcome to the chat if you're coming in. I am going to try to get a link to this. Here it is. All right. What's up, guys? Nice to see you guys in the chat. Let's take a look at what's going on. Bitcoin is taking a pretty big tumble. Right now we're at the 200 EMA. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm going to try to turn that down. Let me turn that down. What goes down must come up. 64K incoming today. So bad, crashing. So here's our areas that we've been watching for bounce areas. Guys, look at how this is playing out. I've been talking about this forever, playing out like this, and look at that. It is coming. I do think we're going to have that into the spring bounce. Hope this isn't echoing for you guys. Savvy win 250K. Crazy how low we can go. Stocks are still close to all-time highs. Imagine when stocks crash. Yes. So do you still hear an echo? I hope you're not hearing an echo now. Do you still hear an echo? It should be okay. It should be still an echo. Damn it! Why is there an echo? Damn it! Oh my god! Sometimes with this crap. Oh my god! Sometimes with this crap. I have the echo. It shouldn't be echoing. I don't know why it would be echoing. It shouldn't be echoing. I don't know why it would be echoing. It shouldn't be echoing. I don't know why it would be echoing. It shouldn't be. Sorry, guys. Figure this out. Always something. That's why I hate live streams. It's just always freaking something. That's why I hate live streams. It's just always freaking something. That's why I hate live streams. It's just always freaking something. That's why I hate live streams. It's just always freaking something. Let me switch it over to this. Hold on a second. So let me know now. Is it still echoing now? Did it stop? Let me know now. Is it still echoing? Sounds like Trump talking on repeat. Sounds like Trump talking on goodness. Is it still echoing? Goodness. Is it still echoing? This is bullshit, man. Shit. I swear I think YouTube does this shit on purpose. I swear I think YouTube does this shit on purpose. I swear I think YouTube. Maybe it's my mic on this thing. Maybe it's my mic on this thing. Maybe it's my mic on this. All right, try that. All right, it's fine. We're having fun. All right, it's fine. We're having fun. All right, it's fine. We're having fun. It's horrible. Horrible. I'm sorry, guys, that it's doing that. I don't know if it's like recording off of that it's doing that. Both I don't know if it's like recording off of is happening. Both things here. Audio. Let's try taking this out. Does that help at all? Let's try taking this out. At all? Does that any help there? At all? Does that any help? Still doing the echo. This is freaking pissing me off. Still doing the echo. This is freaking. Oh, YouTube. Why you gotta be so difficult? Oh, YouTube. Oh, hold on. I think I might know why. Oh, hold on. I think I might know why. Oh, hold on. There we go. I think I fixed it. Is it good now? Please tell me it's good, and I apologize for it being screwed up. Sweet. All right, so how low do we go? That's what we're trying to figure out here. As you can see, let's take a measured move. So far, all of this has been playing out exactly as we'd expected. Oh, I want to remind you guys, it's still going on. If you use my link down below for Prime XBT, you can make money when the markets go down also. My link's down below. Use my link. You put in promo code SAVVY30 bonus, and you get 30% bonus on top of whatever you deposit. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's see what it did last time and kind of go off of that and see. And again, guys, it's not going to be exact, but we can get an idea, right, of where this might be going. So we're going to take our Fibonacci extension. We're going to go from the top up here to the bottom of that wave 2 right here and back up. That got down to just past the 1.618, and that's kind of where we're at now. So this may be a cautious place. Maybe take a long here soon. We'll see. But let's go over to here now, where we're at currently, and do the same thing. We'll take a measured, or we'll take our Fibonacci extensions, and from that wave 1 and 2, guys, we called this a long time ago. It's pretty awesome. It's playing out almost to the T. So we're way past that 1.618. Let's take a look at Microstrategy. Up, look at that, 113 bucks a stock. Pretty bad. It's about to hit its 8 EMA on the yearly, so we'll see what happens there, guys. But I've been showing this chart for a long time. be careful, man. 10K cart target is great. Yeah, we definitely could be seeing those targets, right? Like I said, I look for a spring or a summer bounce right here. Maybe up into, let's see where it went last time. So maybe as high as like the 87, 88. If we get back up into that area in the springtime, I'll be taking a massive short. But those of you that followed me on my last trade, it closed out yesterday at our target, 72K, which I'm happy with. We took our profits over 250,000. Awesome. Anyone that followed in that trade, all you gotta do is join the Discord down below. Click in the Discord link. That'll take you in the Discord. I tell you exactly when I enter, exit, place stop losses, place type profit, exactly when I do it. So it's not all BS like you see on a lot of these other channels. They claim that they're doing all this, but they're not showing you when. They only show you the results, and usually only a win. They won't admit to losses. So definitely check that out if you haven't. I'll probably, Charleston said it's going to 1. Yeah, so on the, let's see, there's a lot going on X here. Let's see. Take a look. Jacob King has been posting a lot. Bitcoin will flip gold. It's already underway. That was in 24. Gold and silver are still, they're still up there, but I do heed some caution here, guys. Silver's dumping pretty hard. Let's look at the traditionals. Dow is down over 500. S&P is down 99. NASDAQ down 414. Let's take a look at, oh, look at that. It's headed towards our target, 1600. And remember, if that breaks, it goes much lower. But again, guys, I'm expecting a bounce at some point here. If it doesn't bounce, that would be crazy. XRP is getting absolutely crushed. And I told you guys if it broke this trend line, it was gonna. Your next line of support's around the 80-cent range. If it takes longer, we go into November. Could be a 40 cents, maybe even lower. ADA, you guys know my target there, 9 cents. Solana, look, it's headed towards our first target, 27. Everybody called me crazy. Litecoin broke its 55. Its next line of support's going to be down here at approximately 38 to 40 cent range. Yep, things are cooking, guys. 261 viewers. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, share the video. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping in. Hit number 1 if you're in YouTube, and hit number 2 if you're watching on Twitter. Kind of curious to see who's watching where. So, all right. Your mic needs a cold shower. 10K is my target. Stocky says S&P 3,400, Bitcoin 10K silver 40 bucks. I believe Bitcoin maybe around that 9,500. If it gets really bad and stock markets really have a crash, it could go down to that 35 still. How do you nail 250 leverage shorts without getting liquidated? 250 leverage shorts? What do you mean? It was 15 Bitcoin short, and it was $250,000 profit. And I showed it all the way through. Go on the Discord. It's in there. When I placed everything. This year, we've been killing it. And all through the end of last year. All through last year, too, actually, we killed it. 112 Pro Auto Recoup. S&P target. I really haven't been giving a crap about that, but it could be pretty low, pretty bad. If you just throw a simple trend line right here, right? And let's just put this up like this. And to get a simple target, right? First target would be down here. If this is the crash, doesn't mean it has to be yet. We could still wander around, but about 5,400. And if that breaks, then we're looking for approximately, yep, about 3,500. Is that what you said? 3,400. So yeah, somewhere in that range. I mean, it could go lower. It could go to the COV lows, right? 24 likes is all. You guys, take a second out, smash that like button. If you're watching on YouTube especially, smash that like button. I'm only showing like 4 likes. What? Really, people? Come on. All right, let's see. What do we want to look at here? Oh, so all I had is the top fans. Let's see. Top chat. Go to live chat. That way everything's visible. Yes, please hit the likes, guys. We'll be going over some other charts too. What do you guys want to look at? So there was our target for there, which we totally smashed. And so many people were giving me crap about that, but I was pretty convinced that this was an ABC correction. We were looking for the 5th wave down. So we have wave 1, 2, working on 3. If this is the bottom of 3, then we look for that leg up before one more leg down. So I'm probably going to be watching for some divergence and stuff right here. I do believe this is getting ready for a bounce unless something really bad happens. Microstrategy is getting absolutely crushed. Is anyone saying anything? Have you checked? Crypto John said this might be a real bear market where we see price drop significantly. You think? You think? I talked about this forever. Look, so everyone is all about in the bull market. They're all about talking about, man, look how that is playing out almost perfectly, guys. So everybody always talks about, let's get this, where is it at? The 4-year cycle, right? Everyone talks about the 4-year cycle. And if you look at this, the 4-year cycle is intact according to this, right? And as I've been talking about, I do expect we should bounce here at some point, unless we just continue all the way down to, you know, that $28,000 in November. But you got to see, it seems like it's moving faster, but the price was a lot higher. So for it to get down here in the bear market, it has to go a lot. It only has so much time. If it's going to stay in the 4-year cycle, that would be at bottom in November, right? It has to go down pretty quick because right here is November, right? Yep, right here is November, right in this area. So for it to get down here, it has to fall pretty quick. Again, I do think we'll get a spring rise before coming down, but look at each one. This one had a long time because it was, you know, only at 20,000 and it got down to 3,000, but it had a long time to get down to that bottom. This one, it was up higher, so it had to get down a little bit quicker. This time we're way up here. It's got to get down really quick, guys. Does that make sense to you? If so, hit 1. If not, hit 2. Do you understand what I'm saying? What's up, Colin? Oh my God, my cameras are going off. It gets ridiculous. I'm turning the shit off. I want to hear it. I don't even know how. What is going on here? My phone is ridiculous. I get so sick of it. So sick of it. I'm getting sick of technology, period, man. It just moves too fast. It's doing too much. What do we got here for likes, guys? Come on. Give me some good old-fashioned likes. Smash those likes, share the video, throw it out into rooms, whatever, get some people in here. Let's chat. Let's look at some things going on in the market. If you guys got any other coins you want to look at, let me know. We'll take a look, and most of them I had set targets as to where I thought they would be, so when we open them up, maybe we're getting close to our targets that we were looking for. So I'm seeing a lot of Twitter likes, a lot of that crap. I appreciate it. CGO boss man, if you do put a ticker in there, let me know if it's a crypto or a stock so I know where to look. Look at oil. XRP is getting crushed. Where's that relief bounce? I don't know. So like I was talking about the chart we've been watching, right here. Where is it at? Right here. No, let me get, where the hell's my count at? What the hell happened? Yeah, so this count here, right here, this is the one I was watching for. Oh. All right, so this is what we've been watching for. I do believe this is what we're looking at. We're looking at our fifth wave down. Here was wave 1, wave 2. We're looking for 3. We thought it might stop here, but it's going down a little bit further. So wave 4, since wave 2 was shallow, wave 4 can be pretty high. So it could get back all the way up to this 80 to 81 range, possibly. We got to look at where this ends, though, right? So once this ends, then we can try to figure out where it's going next by putting a Fibonacci retracement to the top of wave 2 or the top of wave 3 to the bottom. So if this is the case, we could get a rally all the way up like this back to 81, and then our fifth wave of the fifth wave. Remember, this is the fifth wave. Once this fifth wave gets in, then we can look for a bounce to the upside. I'm going to watch for this wave 4 here, and I'm probably going to start laddering in trades around 75, 78, and then anyone that's been watching, it'll make sense to you when I say laddering. Why everything down? Because everything's been inflated, for one. Everything's been pumped to no end, from news media to our president to just crazy people pumping everything. It's a bubble. It's a everything bubble, and it is popping. Can you explain how to use trend-based fib tool? Well, first of all, this is for your retracement. Your retracement tool, you just go from the top to the bottom, or if you're looking for a retracement the other way, obviously you go the other way. There's a lot to it, but I don't know if you're talking about retracement or your fib extension, right? And then you got the fib extension. That's how you look for wave counts with the fib extension, and it's kind of not something you can just tell you in 2 minutes, right? That's something you join the Discord, talk about it, and then there, maybe I'll start doing some short videos in there and showing you guys how to use that stuff. Crypto CGO. All right, let's see. Let me find my poop coins. There it is. And then we'll put in CGO. Comtech Gold. Is that what it is, big boss? I don't think I ever looked at it. Woo! That's the daily chart. Oh, crazy. Looks like that's probably just playing with gold, but what I don't like is this crap. Them wicks. That's just scammy liquidation scams, I think. Crypto making a legendary long trade yesterday. Yeah. Well, kudos, because that is what's helping it continue down. All these idiots taking longs. You know, I thought about it, but it's just someone in the Discord yesterday said, well, I'm gonna long there at 72 when it hits, because that's where my take profit target was, man. I said, man, I would be careful, because that's not a guarantee. This thing is coming down pretty hard, right? So what are some ways we can look at this? Well, it could come down to this 57.7, which is our golden pocket here. But man, let's throw some Fibonacci extension on there, right? And let's go from the top, right, up here to this bottom right here. And then we'll go up here. So from this top to this bottom to right here, looking for where this could be headed. I'm going to get this out of here for now. I'll put it back on there. But you got your 0.786 right here at 62.2. That is somewhere. You know what? Let me get out of this. Let me put this back on here and put this in a less confusing area. We'll go over to this one right here. So what are we going to do here? All right, let's get all this other stuff out of here. All right, now we're going to do it on this. So we're going to take our Fibonacci trend-based fib. By the way, any of you guys here in the Discord and actually took these trades and made a killing, or no? If not, join the Discord. Check it out. All right, so 0.786 is going to be around 61.8. That is a possible place for a big bounce. Let's take a look here. I mean, like I said, this could bounce here, right? And we get a wave up, one more wave down to a low, maybe to that 61.7 to 62 range. Let's see here. Why is this being so difficult? So this would be one spot, 61.7, and then we have our 1-to-1 extension, right? So that'd be around 52. So is this just a fast ABC and then a huge run back up? Possibly. I don't know. What I have talked about for a long time, let's get this in the 3-day chart, is this just being a big, huge 5-wave structure, and we are going into a real big bear market. This being wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The only thing that makes that not look, but it could be because of the FTX collapse, but this wave 4 went below this wave 1, but still could just be a huge wave 1, guys. Yeah, and then we're looking for 2, so 2 could end up being, let's see what 2 could end up being, right? Look at ABC. Let's say we just get a big ABC down. We go to here, to here, to here, right? Or further, right? Down to here. Then we go down and we end up hitting our 3,500. But I do think the possibilities of going below 10,000 are still pretty damn cut and dry. There's still a lot of liquidity down there. There's still a CME gap at, what is it, 9,700 or 8,500 that people don't ever talk about, but they sure talk about the ones above, right? Or the ones that are close. What's up, Haiti? Hottie. A man. Patience is going to pay off, Tommy Vet says. Right on. Will you be making any long calls? I may right here, depending. Oh, so tomorrow I won't be doing a video. I maybe do a video. I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow morning. I'm going to be out of town, so I will not be here. Backing the truck up. Thomas Carlos selling ARA Trading Club course for $4,500 this week. If you're, that's scam shit. Don't anybody ever go to Thomas Carlo. That is a scam. Anyone that's charging you $4,500 and claiming they know how to trade would be making that money trading for themselves instead of having to charge you. So stay far away from people that do that crap. It is a scam. It is a scam. Can it go down to 60 or is that a long shot? Absolutely, it could go down to 60 here. like I said, I think the end results is going to be something like this. So remember this here, we're going to look for that somewhere in here, a rally. And like I said, we'll be keeping we'll be keeping tabs on it to kind of figure out where it's going to be. But get this out of here. Somewhere in here, maybe we're going to see that right in here. See that rally into the spring before the collapse to the downside. There's a gap around 3,100 too. Yeah, it's 3,400. But you can only see that in the 8 hour, but the CME's only open for 8 hours at a time. So, I mean, you could still use that one. Thanks for those beautiful trades, Savvy. Right on your bro. Silver, was that what you're asking to look? Silver's taking a major hit here. Let's see how far that's retracing on this last move. Silver, remember guys, I've always said, man, when something goes straight up like this, doesn't mean it can't go higher, but I would steer clear. Look at every time it goes up. And every time it's going up like that, there's some reason that people are claiming that it's different this time and it won't go down every time, guys. That's how bubbles pop. That's what happens. They go straight up and they pop. What happens is all the people that were buying down here start dumping it and taking their profits. And then as they see it coming down harder, more people start dumping because they're still ahead. And then you got people get into losses and they don't want to lose no more, so they sell. That's what happens in the markets, guys. And every time there's always some kind of narrative pushing the market or wanting to push the market one way or another. Yeah, S&P's right here. Dow Jones right here. Same thing, guys. When bubbles pop. And look at this. If you don't think that's a bubble, I don't know what else to call it, man. I mean, look at this. Look at this. These things are parabolic. They got to come down. Unless the world's different this time or something. I don't know. It's not different this time, though. But you're going to hear a lot of reasons why it is. Silver being slammed, 50-ish target. Then the banks close the rest of their shorts, and then it rockets. You think so, Gone Gray Wolf? Thanks for all the posts over the years. Hoping for a new challenge account or small to large account. You know what? Let me see. I have some $200 promo codes for Prime XBT, but they only work to people with new accounts. They won't work on your old accounts. So I may think of a way. So here's how you can do it. If you go to my Twitter account and my X account, right, which is, let me see what my last post was, right? So my last post, actually, go to my, this is how you can get a $200 promo code. Go to my X account, and I'll do this over the weekend, so you'll have time to do this if you're watching the video late. Go follow me at Crypto Savvy. It's at Crypto Savvy 1. At Crypto Savvy 1, Savvy with 1V for those of you that are new. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Here's the rules. You got to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. You got to follow me on Twitter. And you got to share this pinned comment. You got to share it, comment on it, and like it. And then I'll go through from today. What's the date today? 2/5. So from 2/5, everyone that comments and from here on out and has liked and have shared this post right here, just repost it. I will go through there and pick 5 people to give $200 promo code to. And yeah, that's what we'll do. So there it is. Oh, and you have to be new to Prime XBT signing up. So, yeah, and make sure you sign up, and then in the comments, leave a comment saying I signed up, I got an account, or whatever. And I'm going to pick 5 people to give $200 promo codes to. There we go. trying to figure a different way to do stuff, so that sounds good. Let's try that, see how it works. Sorry I missed that last one, boss. I was on first shift, new job, but now on second shift for a while. Right on, Morris. What's up, Soul? How you doing, brother? Do you think Master will hit 58? I do. I think it'll probably even hit lower than that, man. So you got your 8 EMA, and this is on the yearly at 105. You got your 13 at 84. You got your 21 at 63. But if it happens anything like the past, it's probably going to get really ugly. I would be careful. Any BITUNIX promo codes for older accounts? No, I don't have no promo codes, but we are running... They are running some new stuff. I'll get a hold of them. I'll post that on my X too. So make sure you guys follow me on my X. Let's see if anybody has went over there and started on this yet. Yeah, we've got 2 people that shared it, but you didn't leave a comment. You got to leave a comment also saying I got an account or whatever. Stocky says lower than that. So, anyways, who thinks this guy is crazy? Hit 1, hit 2 if you think he's smart, and hit 3 if you think he's just a con. Just curious to what everybody has to say. That's all. Just curious. 490 viewers. Man, you guys rock. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up too. 3. Dean says 3. 1 in 3. 1. No one thinks he's a genius. Everybody was thinking he was a genius a year ago, but he was so smart. I mean, if you listen to the guy, he literally doesn't even make sense, right? He talks in circles and like he talks in sailor code, which if you decode it means I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but I'm trying to convince people to do what I want them to do or something. I don't know. Sailor's a pathetic liar to say any bullshit to save his company. Yeah, I mean, it was a dying crap, penny stock freaking company. But he conned people to get in and buy some shares, and I'm sure he's dumping his. I obviously it's not financial advice, and I don't know for a fact, but pretty sure he's dumping his. He said he can't be liquidated because it's convertible loans, right? But he's not the CEO of the company anymore. And if you've been paying attention, this action, and Sailor says he'll never sell, right? But listen, so there's collateral, and that being the stocks, right? So that's what he has collateral for the loans. And eventually, when they get so far dead, you heard the CEO of Strategy, because he's not the CEO. The CEO of Strategy said they will sell Bitcoin at a certain point if they start getting in too deep of a loss. They're in a pretty big loss right now, guys. And it's not like a traditional liquidation because the notes don't have to be paid for 3 years. But that's considering everything's looking good. But the borrowers can start demanding their money back. The people he borrowed from, right? So you got to be careful with the way he words things. That's part of the way he's sketchy, right? So those of you that just joined in, because I noticed there's a lot more people in here now, go to my X, which is right here. It's at CryptoSavvy1. I hope you guys can see that. At CryptoSavvy1. Make sure you follow me on X. Make sure you go to my pinned post. Make sure you repost that by clicking this here. Make sure you heart it, and make sure you leave a comment. Let me know you have a Prime account. Even if you don't, just go there and do that. I'm going to be giving 5 promo codes away for $200 free on Prime XBT. But make sure you sign up and get an account ready, because I'm just going to randomly post them in there over this weekend at some point. But I'm going to give everybody a chance to get in there. And make sure you leave a comment. So Frank Milan had said, so I posted this a while ago. Sorry. Imagine taking Sailor seriously. I called him out and bam, he blocked me. As you can see, Sailor has you blocked right here. I think he's being used to get everyone on board into crypto and reset the system. He's the plant of the elites to get everyone on board to take everyone's money. It could be, but as you guys know, I've been talking about the markets anyway as being at some point here in the very near future, we are going to see the biggest money grab in history, and these markets are going to crash so hard and people are going to be stealing your money, basically. Biggest money grab in history. And I do believe I posted this last week at the beginning of the week that I believed that the DXY bottomed here, and bam, we did get a bounce. And if it plays out like I think it's gonna, the dollar has massive rises when Bitcoin and the markets crash. So keep your eye out for that. And remember, when the markets crash, so do gold and silver. Nothing's changed. Nothing is different this time. No matter what you hear people say of why this time is different, whenever we get parabolic rises in these assets, it doesn't end well. I don't think this time is going to be any different. Jason, I do. 2021 was an altcoin top. Nobody believed we weren't going to 100,000. 2025 cycle was just a continuation of the cycle to 100,000. Altcoin blow off top was last cycle. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any alt. I think the alts are dying, guys, to be honest with you, right? Your bro, Trump is looking to reduce the dollar value so the DXY could go lower, you think? No. I don't really care what anybody says, any politician, any news, anything. I don't believe what they put out to the public, any of it. You can go ahead and assume all that you want. I think the DXY is going to pop. I've been saying that for a long time. If you zoom out to the DXY, it's not nearly as bad, right, as people want you to believe, right? If you guys remember what I drew this here, right? This thing is going to pop to the upside, right? But if you look at where it's at, you got to look at it. It's compared to all kinds of other currencies, right? It's not doing that bad. It's been in far worse places, right? In 08, it was horrible. I think the DXY is fine, and it will be getting a massive rise soon. I still believe that, right? And that's on the macro. I don't trade the DXY and crap. So last cycle was only the last cycle was the only cycle Bitcoin never double bottomed. We're heading back to double bottom, I believe. Probably back to here, I think. I think we'll get below this bottom. I know it sounds strange, but like I said, I think this is just one big wave, and now we have our one big correction coming. At times like these, we need another distraction like BitBoy Crypto and his Lambo. Seriously, though. Does anybody know where BitBoy is right now or what's happening with him? And that's, honestly, I mean, I don't want to sit here and bash someone that's got mental issues. Obviously, he went through some crazy stuff. And granted, a lot of it might be his fault. I don't know. But in all seriousness, the poor guy is just disappeared, right, for the last month or two. I don't know if he went back to jail. If anybody knows, I would love to hear what's going on. They are going to crash the dollar as well. They need to make people lose everything and then step in and save everyone with the. So I see where you're going with that, with crashing the dollar, but they will get in the dollar first. And maybe once they're in, right, by selling everything, they sell everything and then they get into the dollar. This has been my theory for a long time. They have all the dollars and then they just switch the dollars to digital while everybody is trying to rush into the markets and holding on. And then they do these big crashes and then they bounce really high and make new all-time highs. So people get comfortable just staying in the markets. And eventually it crashes down and don't come back. And they're in all the dollars and they turn their dollars in for digital dollars. And that's where they do the change. They don't kill the dollar. He's probably working with ICE. Jail, I don't know. Nobody's said nothing. I checked with Grok and had Grok look through all the, court documents and everything, and there's nothing saying that he's back in jail anywhere or anything. Like, I don't know, maybe he had a mental breakdown. I'm not sure, but as many people, and I'm being one, right? He actually did help a lot of other YouTubers and helped a lot of crypto people out getting exposure, inviting them on that channel. And maybe it was all for his, whatever, but it did help a lot of people. And for people just to not care anymore, or at least wonder what happened to the damn guy, if he was in jail, I might even pay him a visit. I know he didn't even like me, but I would, just out of being a good human, right? We watched his life crumble live, right? I mean, and to anyone, that's horrible. I learned that watch savvy since 2020. The XY will go up if everything crashes. 100. BitBoy was making videos again up until a month or so ago. It seems to have disappeared again. He wasn't looking good though. It's a shame to see anyone crash like he did. Yeah, it's insane, man. I've been watching Savvy since the time he was a big LTC fan. Man, you've been watching for a long time. That was like one of the first cryptos I bought was Litecoin. DXY looks bullish because other currencies are in bad condition. Just look at NOK here in Norway. Can you do BTC gold chart? I can, but not right now. I obviously can't just throw it on there. I used to watch him, but then he started getting after you and others, and I was out. Yeah, he just started getting real defensive and real crazy. Like I said, something happened mentally, and if it was a drug relapse, I don't know that it was, but if it was, it's a little more understandable. Me being a recovering addict myself, understand what it does if you get back into that lifestyle, and how your mind can go bonkers. So, in a sense, I feel bad for him in that sense. That's why I said I would actually go visit the guy. I don't know that he would take my visit, but I would at least try to. Like I said, whether he meant to help himself out or not, he did help a lot of other people get out there in crypto, and a lot of them guys just totally want nothing to do with him and just throw him away, which I think is kind of rude. Even though, like I said, the guy's ethics were messed up, and some of the stuff he did was bad, but there was some good in it, right? You got to look for some good in it, and then look at what happened to him. I don't know that he deserved exactly what happened. Maybe he did, but either way, he's a human, and I hate to see that happen. Me too, but Litecoin is dead. Yeah, Florida attorney, I believe it is too. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Soul said, hope he heals. He'd be fun to smoke a doorbell with, a doober with. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. So, how many likes are on here? Can you guys make sure you guys smash the likes if you haven't already? Look at Robinhood and Coinbase levels to get back into dollar cost average only. Is this wise move, or just something else around fourth quarter? Probably a fourth quarter thing, but maybe. I'll look at it here in a second. This is it, guys. The crypto narrative is dead. Bitcoin is never coming back, said Bad Puppy. Did you see what Michael Burry said about it? Let me pull that up. I reposted it if you hadn't seen it. Whoops. Let's see. Where is it? Let me go to my page. So what Michael Burry said, I posted it on here for those of you who follow me, probably seen it. But it said here, let me see exactly if he did it on his page. So I'm trying to see where he said it. Let's just go back here. Right here, Michael Burry says, our BTC price target is 0. That's not just for shock factor. It's where the math takes us. It's not worked as a dollar hedge. Rather, it's just a speculative instrument correlated with the NASDAQ. It's not gaining any traction as medium of exchange. No serious central bank will ever own something where Michael Saylor controls the float. Think about that. The miners, who are the network, are bleeding cash. It's horribly insufficient or inefficient as a transaction processor and wastes tremendous amounts of energy. Nothing green about this coin. We think it's a 0. Is that true? Maybe parts of it. I mean, it's not a lie, right? Everything in there makes sense, but you got to be your own judge there. That's why it's investing, right? And that's why I trade. I don't want to be stuck in it if it does go to 0. Does Bitcoin's last 3 cycles look like a distribution schematic? It could, yeah, it does kind of look like a giant distribution. I mean, you got your 2 peaks and then your ultimate high. Yeah, it does look a lot like that. One thought floating around was that they will convert their debt to BTC and other crypto and then crash the crypto market so that their debt is essentially wiped out. I mean, that's a theory too. Nobody really knows, right? We can assume and whatever. Only the people that control all this crap really know what's going on, or what they're trying to do. And will it work? Maybe. But let me look at that. Like he was saying, does it look like a giant distribution? Well, it definitely could be a giant distribution, right? And let's look at Wyckoff distribution. Let's do this. Wyckoff distribution. Let's go to images. And yeah. So this is what you're talking about. You got your, you can see if I can make this bigger. I guess we'll go back here. You got your buying climax, you got your up thrust, and that you got your up thrust after distribution. If we look at this, we got our buying climax, our up thrust after distribution, or buying climax, up thrust after distribution. Huge distribution, right? That would bring us back down to, we're talking maybe even lower than 3,500 if that was the case. It's not out of the question, but it's, I mean, that's a big reach, but it's definitely a possibility. Bitcoin was born in a recession and will die in one. Wow, never heard it put like that. That's a pretty good that's a pretty good saying. Pretty amazing. Again, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm back to doing daily updates, although I won't do one tomorrow. Not like this anyway. I may get on and talk while I'm at the airport, something. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. But it seems like a lot more people are watching on X than on, let's see. I'm a buyer at 3,500, Soul Extender said. Guys, follow me on X at CryptoSavvy1. Go on and comment on my pinned comment, repost my pinned comment, and hit the hearts. And I'm going to be posting 5 $200 promo codes in there. And if you've commented and you shared and everything, obviously, you'll have a chance to win that. Yeah, here I am on here, and I'm not seeing how many people are watching. Been holding since 2014. Man, okay, so if you was holding since 2014, aren't you pissed you didn't sell at 100? I mean, I don't know how much you've been holding, but you should have made a significant amount there if you bought in 2014. Yeah, I can imagine. But I don't like being stuck in assets. Trading, it's the best. You're not in it forever. You don't have to worry if something breaks and it crashes hard. Uh, and one of the times it did that was back here, man. I'll never forget this day. And I was in Litecoin at that time too. But when this crash happened from 20 all the way down, I mean, and it was fast to 10,500. It was insane watching the numbers go and people getting out. And I remember the community was a lot different back then, and people were like, I can't take it no more, I'm out, and blah blah blah. And then other people were laughing because it bounced back and they thought they conquered the world and it was going to a new all-time high. And then it just kept going on for a long time, right? But like I said, if you look at how the cycle works, right? So the first one, it was only at 20K, so it took a nice long time to get to its bottom, right? Where is that? Let me go back over to this chart right here. It had a long time to get back there because it wasn't that high, and then it had to go a little bit quicker because it was way up here this time, and now it has to go even quicker to get there if it's going to stay in the 4-year cycle. If it is, then we're probably looking for around a $28,000 Bitcoin, but it could get a lot worse than that. Even your mom said, why even ask for like savvy? YouTube will not let you get too big of an audience. Well, it helps if people keep smashing the likes. It definitely helps. We've got, almost 600 people in here watching right now. So it definitely helps if you smash those likes, guys. And I do appreciate it if you did. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, like I said, and tick your notification bell so you get notified when I post videos. I'll try to do at least 1 or 2 lives a week and just get on and chat with you guys. It's just kind of goofy how the lives are set up and stuff with anymore. It's different. It's changed. 20K to 3K was an ass kicking. A lot of painful learning happening during that one. Yeah, well, imagine 120K to 3K. Not saying it has to happen, but it's definitely a possibility. Either way, this will be interesting to watch. If it does end here when it taps this line in November, might be a time to really get back in heavy. Cause it doesn't have to be at 28 either. That's why I say watch the RSI, because we could be way down at 9,000, right? I'm gonna put a short on the next spike up and chill, because tomorrow it comes out. New movie that will be amazing, The Roaring Game with Darren Brooks. Yeah, hey guys, check that out. It's a buddy of mine and Soul's, Darren Brooks. New movie coming out, The Roaring Game. Check it out, guys. I'll be glad the learning happened back then and not this time, right? Right on. Can you imagine? So all that hype was going on way up here, and once it broke 100, they had the $100,000 party and whatever, getting other people excited and buying in, and then people are at a loss now. It's sad. But again, I want to thank you all for joining in. We're going to try to keep an eye on this and catch this next bounce, and it may have started here, not quite sure yet, but maybe ride it up to like between 75 and 80, and then I'm going to look for new shorts up here for the last wave down to possibly that 63 level or so. And then maybe our spring bounce there, we'll see. But I do thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. Again, don't forget to smash likes. Make sure you leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like the live videos. If you do, I'll try to do more of them, at least 1 or 2 a week, like I said. Just be careful out there, guys. There's a lot of scammy, sketchy people that act like they trade and don't trade, and have a lot of people following them in their discords and stuff. So just be careful. They're sketchy ass people. There's a lot of them. Make sure you follow us, and Like I said, my Discord's totally free. Check it out. But you guys have an awesome day. I will what's up, Bass Man? Sorry, we're just heading out. Thanks, Landon. All right, you guys rock. Thanks again. Have an awesome day. And yeah. Good luck to y'all. For those of you who are trading, check out my links.